There has been a lot of talk about Matthew McConaughey running for governor of Texas, but he's getting some criticism from other politicians for not taking a stand on big issues like abortion, which is a pretty big deal right now in Texas. But now he's speaking out, well, sort of. Here's what he told the New York Times podcast.
I'm not going to come out and tell you right now on this show, here's where I stand on abortion. But this latest move by Texas, it feels a little juvenile in its implementation to me. And it's also 6 weeks. 6 weeks? If you're saying that your discussion of abortion is even on the table to consider, 6 weeks does not really make that a honest consideration.
So DBL Nation, gotta hear from you. Would you vote for Matthew McConaughey? We got our tag board, our vote up right there. Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. Is it important to you to know the politicians and their issues?
Absolutely. That's why I would say that anybody that could answer that question right now, you vote how you want to vote, but I think you would be being negligent because we don't know enough yet. I would like to hear, when I get like local ballots and I don't know the names at all, there's websites that you can go to look these things up. And why not do it with Matthew McConaughey? Because you know his movies, but you don't know his policies. So take a second. Before we start electing people that are going to be in control of our lives, our children's lives, school districts, take a second and let's figure it out.
Or start blasting them for no reason, right?
That's always fun. It's easier.
That's all
it's
people
easier.
do. So I'm glad he's not coming out right away, right? Let me tell you a little bit about myself, if you don't know me from an actor, what my policies might be moving forward. People just want to throw their policies on the table and be like, oh, you're this, this, and this, and then accuse you of being that, that, and that, right? And that's all they want to do. They don't want to listen anymore. They just want to wait for their turn to talk. That's what people do nowadays. And I'm glad he's taking his time with all this.
I think that's exactly the reason why we got this diplomatic response. He has not declared that he is going to become a candidate, and in the event that he changes his mind, now he's in this tailspin of maybe he hasn't been as vocal about some of these issues. Maybe there's a PR and self-preservation reason for not being vocal about these issues, especially in this moment before he's declared himself an actual candidate. So I think this conversation is a bit premature in terms of would you vote for him because he's not actually a candidate.
Yeah, but he's talking about it constantly. He even said, listen, if I run, I want it to be a third party. I want to be a centrist. He likens it to Andrew Yang. But I want to know whether I agree with your policies or not. I want to know where you stand. That's why I've always respected Bernie Sanders. A lot of people out there will say, oh, he's this too far here, too far there. At least you know where he stands. He doesn't take money from lobbyists. You know exactly what he's going to do if he were to get that presidency. I want to know where Matthew McConaughey stands. I get it that he's not officially announced any sort of candidacy, but right now I feel like he's just trying to appease everybody, and that's never going to work.
Well, maybe he's kind of doing the exploration where he's just kind of seeing, what the base is saying, how the reception is from the public to see if he's going to run.
That's a good point. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see what our own viewers say. They say yes. 59% of you say yes, that you would vote for Matthew McConaughey. Wow. All right.